industry remains as a strong opportunity in the Philippines. The only challenge is to be constantly good and innovative to win the Filipinos' demanding appetite.
Let's go!
Magandang araw, Go Negosyantes! Welcome sa isa na namang araw na puno ng inspirasyon at practical business tips. Ako po si Michael Angelo, ang kasama ninyo sa pagtuklas ng mga winning Go Negosyo attitudes ng ating mga small and medium entrepreneurs. Dito lang sa SME Go, powered by Go Negosyo. Mula sa makulay na buhay pag-aartista, paano nga ba nagsimula ang interest niya sa pagnenegosyo? Lahat ng yan at iba pang kwentong positibo dito lang sa SME Go, powered by Go Negosyo. Ang merkato ay isang salitang Italiano na ang ibig sabihin ay market o tindahan. Hello, Go Negosyantes. Talaga namang kakaiba at exciting. Ako, personally, excited ako sa next interview natin ito dahil hindi na iba sa atin yung kakausapin natin. Siya ay kilalang artista, author, host, at napakabuting ama sa kanyang pamilya. Isang matalik na kaibigan, walang iba, at isang Go Negosyo advocate natin. Matagal na kasama natin ang kaibigan natin, si Mr. RJ Ledesma. Pare, nice to see you.
Maraming salamat. Welcome sa magulo kong office. Pero again, talaga the sign of a creative mind.
That's right.
Magulo yung opisina.
Kaya pala ginulo mo kanina sa simula.
Ginulo ko na konti kanina. Sabi ko, kaya magulo ito pag makita ni Mike.
Pare, ito kilala ka bilang artista. Alam natin yan. At magaling na host. Paano ka naman napunta sa pagnenegosyo? What inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
Actually, yung sinimulan ko yung entrepreneurship, kagaya ni Sir Joey rin, dapat yung background sa bahay o yung atmosphere ng family is really entrepreneurial as well. Kasi kahit nung bata pa ako, maraming iba't ibang negosyo pinusukan ng daddy ko. So, mga Betamax shop, nag-shipping siya, nag-prawn farming, nag-beta-beta encyclopedia. So, parang nasanay yung kumbaga, yung pananaw ko sa buhay, dapat laging entrepreneurial, lagi ka naghahanap ng mga oportunidad. So, yung ginawa ko niyan, after that one, nung ako'y nag-kolehiyo, after college, pumasok ako sa isang multinational para mag-training. Naging brand manager ako. Then after brand manager ako, pumunta ako I went to States para mag-masters. After mag-masters, nung bumalik ako dito, nag-full-time entrepreneur na ako.
Okay.
At yung maganda pag-entrepreneur kasi hawak mo lahat ng oras mo.
Tama.
So yung nangyari noon, kaya nakabalik ako sa kumbaga entertainment and show business, nag-hosting ako. Kasi di ba sinasabi naman sa Go Negosyo, hindi naman lagi kailangan may pera yung ginagawa mo. Yung puhunan mo, pwede mo yung abilidad. Para sa akin, yung puhunan ko, yung laway ko. Para ikaw, laway natin yung laway. So, puhunan natin yung laway. So,
yan ang mahal sa atin, laway.
Yan, mahal yung laway namin. Tintasik ng laway mo lang, mga ilang piso na yan.
Mga 20,000 yan.
Diba? Ganyan yan, di ba?
Kaya hindi ka tumatalas yan.
So yan, so unang-una, bumalik muna sa hosting.
Yes.
Diba? That's the first thing I started to do. Then pagkatapos yan, mahilig ako magsulat. Kahit ako ay isang business major, talagang first love ko is writing. Kaya sumulat ako ng mga column, at yung mga column ko ginawang mga libro. At dahil dyan, kinukuha para magsulat sa iba't ibang mga publication. At dahil dyan, so naging isang negosyo ko ulit para sa akin yung pagsusulat. So writing, hosting, publishing. Yan yung naging negosyo ko. At syempre, may family business din kami, yung real estate development. Dyan ako nag-training sa States. Yan yung masters ko. Pero dahil sa akin talaga yung may entrepreneurial spirit, may entrepreneurial drive, dyan nagmula yung aking negosyong Mercato Central.
Okay, at yan ang pag-uusapan natin maya-maya. Pero bago ko lumaktaw doon, sa konteksto sa Pilipinas, in the Philippine setting, why do you think it's important to foster entrepreneurship?
Ito una-una kasi lahat tayo ay laging umaasa. Sometimes kasi career-oriented tayo. And sometimes pag career-oriented, you're stuck in a, kumbaga, mindset yan, di ba? The only way for us to break out of our, una-una sinasabi lang ni Joey, out of our poverty mindset is negosyo. It's not only that, but parang you like the idea na you are in control of your life.
That's right.
In control of your business. At feeling mo rin kasi pag ikaw ay isang negosyante na hinahap yung negosyo mo, nakakatulong ka talaga in a very concrete way.
Yes.
Ikaw ay gumagawa ng negosyo para, hindi na para sa'yo, pero sa mga nagtatrabaho para sa'yo.
You give employment.
You're also giving business, you're helping grow the country. Para sa akin, in my own little way, I'm helping grow the country by building new entrepreneurs and new businesses. So para sa akin, importante yan. And I think entrepreneurship is my way, like our way of giving back to God. This is our way of sanctifying ourselves. Diba? Kasi this is the skill na binigay sa atin ng Diyos na para palaguin yung aming, we have to improve on our skill level. And the skill that God gave me was to be an entrepreneur and a host. And it's to do my best in this field.
At maganda yung sinabi mo, pare, kasi whenever we do good work, especially creative and hard work, we continue the creative hand of God. Hindi natatapos ang creation.
And you can tell them, people can also see, di ba, prayer is not only through words, but through your example.
Yes.
At sana yung nakikita rin, pag sinasabi ng mga tao na na-inspire sila sa ginagawa ninyo, it's not inspiration coming from me, it's the grace given to me by God so that I can inspire others. Because I want to inspire them to help other people as well. I want to inspire them to motivate other people as well.
Very well said.
That's where it goes back. That's where it goes back.
Tama. And you see the spirituality of work from there, right? Now, going back to Mercato Central, parang kamag-anak ba ito ng Grand Central? What is Mercato Central? Paano ito nagsimula?
Yung Mercato Central, ito ay isang night food market. Yan talaga yung night food market na kung saan kung ikaw ay bibisita, it's open every weekend. Talagang malaking selection of great tasting and affordable food.
Okay.
Pero yung Mercato talaga ay isang food entrepreneurship incubator. Yan yung natutunan ko mula sa Go Negosyo. Diba? Okay. Kanina ako ay isang Go Negosyo at dahil dito ako natutunan maging isang entrepreneur. Nagkaroon ng bituka ng isang entrepreneur dito sa Go Negosyo. At tapang. Kasi ito ay tinatawag kong isang food entrepreneurship incubator. Bakit? Kasi pag yung mga negosyo ay sumasali sa merkato, nagkakaroon sila ng lakas na loob, nag-develop ng mga skill level para mag-level up.
Yeah.
So, we've had about 20 booths or vendors na start sa amin ngayon. Malalaki na sila. Mas malaki pa sa amin. Manang Chicken, Merimu, Mochiko, Porstinos Inutak, Brasas, at marami pang iba. Para nagsimula yung merkato? Nagsimula yung merkato ganito. Nung nag-honeymoon kami ng misis ko, pumunta kami sa Mercato Central sa Florida. Sabi ng misis ko,
akala ko sa Mercato kayo nag-honeymoon doon sa mga meeting. Okay.
Yeah, so, nung pumunta kami dyan, sabi namin, ang ganda pala nito. Kasi nakikilala mo yung mga may-ari ng mga negosyo, natitikman yung mga sariwang mga prutas. Hands-on sila. At it's a live presentation. And we really enjoyed the experience, yung karanasan. Sabi namin sana madadala namin yung karanasan nito sa Pilipinas. At the same time, so dyan nagmula yung pangalan. At the same time, pag kami ay bumibisita sa ibang bansa, ako po isang journalist. So I get to go to mga media familiarization tours sa ibang bansa. Yung unang lugar kung saan kami dinadala ay sa mga food market. Diba? Mga tourist food market. Kung ikaw ay pupunta sa Singapore, Lau Pa Sat yan. Kung ikaw ay pupunta sa Taiwan, Shilin yan. Sa Bangkok, Chatuchak Market. At sabi namin, bakit dito sa Pilipinas, wala tayong equivalent na night food market na pwedeng puntahan ng hindi lang yung mga local, kundi yung mga dayuhan? Hindi ba sinasabi lang ni Dean Pax Lapid sa Go Negosyo, your irritation will become your inspiration. So yun yung naging irritasyon namin. Bakit walang negosyong ganito dito sa Pilipinas? So pwedeng kumain na late na magaganda yung mga choices. Hindi lang convenience stores yung mga choices mo sa gabi. Kumbaga, a lot of choices. So, dyan nagsimula yung seed ng Mercato, yung first seed. And then, nakilala ko ulit isang kaibigan ko, si Anton Diaz. Siya po yung isang kilalang vlogger ng Our Awesome Planet. He's the 4th ranked highest travel vlogger in the world right now. Hindi na Pilipinas at across the whole world. At siya isang food and travel vlogger. May ginagawa siyang event na tawag dyan is Ultimate Taste Test. So, Ultimate Taste Test na yan, ginagawa niya, kumukuha siya ng iba't ibang vendors. Sinasabi niya, okay, laki punta dito, vendors, 50 vendors, okay, magpakain kayo mga tao. Sample lang sila. And then from there, 2,000 plus people will sample the food and they will judge the food. And then the winners, nati-feature sa vlog niya. Nung pumunta ako dyan, sabi ko, Anton, tamang-tama, let's put together a night food market. Nag-nod naman siya. At kami ni Anton, he actually came from the same multinational. Nagtrabaho kami sa same multinational. So,
nag-tie up kayo?
So, nag-tie up kami. At a few months later, nabuo na yung Mercato Central. So, from that idea, you know, it grew. You know, for me, the most kumbaga, the most joyous moment yan. Isang beses nakatayo lang ako dyan, nakita ko, ang daming taong pumapasok. Sabi ko, my goodness, ito palang ginawa namin. God is good all the time. And from there, you know, at some point, we've had 10 markets, we've had mga events. So that's what Mercato is right now. We are really a food entrepreneurship incubator market and a food and lifestyle events company.
Napakaganda ng kwento kasi imagine mo, bro, from an inspiration that you got abroad at nakita nyo dito at nakita mo yung parang kulang may kulang. Naging sagot ang Mercato Central. Ang konsepto ng Mercato Group ay hango sa Mercato Central ng Florence, Italy at Boroughs Market ng London. Now, Mercato Central and the entire Mercato Group has become a household name in terms of food market. Now, have you imagined that this will grow big? Ikaw na nga nagsabi ka na parang, dahil pumapasok.
Di ako makapaniwala.
Parang may prayer meeting.
No. Di ako makapaniwala. Nung una sabi ko, akala ko, gawa-gawa lang namin yan, di ba? Fan lang to, di ba? Then biglang, dumadami na, may kapit na, may traction, di ba? Sa English, may traction na, dumadami na. Then so people were asking, can you open up here? Can you open up here? And then so more and more people started to come. So nakita namin that, you know, it was really a need that we were fulfilling. And more importantly, kasi pag ikaw ay isang marketing guy, bumabalik ako ulit sa tinatawag na brand equity. What do we own in people's mind? What you want to be known as is a place where you can find great tasting and affordable food finds. And novelty ng food is yung bago lagi. Pag ikaw ay bibisita sa Mercato, lagi kang may matatagpuan na bagong food find at magandang seleksyon. Diba? It's a good family place. And we've tried to keep that as we open up more and more places.
How does it feel that you see that your business is really blooming, it's so successful as it is today?
It's both satisfying and also very challenging. Siyempre, gusto mo lagi mag-level up ka, diba? You cannot, sa English nga, you cannot rest on your laurels.
Innovator evaporate.
Exactly. So, ginagawa namin lagi ni Anton, yung kagandahan dyan, kami dalawa ay may corporate background, so we're always pushing what's the next big thing after this one. We cannot stop here. Yung idea na naging incubator kami ng mga bagong places came over time Then bigla you're saying, dapat maging in-mall na rin tayo dito. Dapat gumawa tayo ng mga events. Dapat magpatay tayo ng sariling store. Dapat mag-franchise tayo. Lahat yan lumalabas na because we have to adapt to the environment.
That's right.
We have to, ngayon, anong lalabas ng 2015? Yung ASEAN integration. Siyempre, kailangan namin mag-adjust para dyan. Diba? Maraming mga copycat na lumalabas ngayon. We have to adjust to what they're doing. What can we always do to trailblaze? But at the same time, nandyan pa rin yung main equity ng Mercato, main branding ng Mercato na great tasting and affordable food finds, always novel food. Diba?
That's great. Do you still remember the first day of Mercato ng operation? How was it?
Na-stress ako dyan kasi yung first day, pinapagawa pa namin yung tent namin. Hindi pa tapos. 12 midnight na. Hindi pa gawa yung tent namin. So sabi ko, yari po, kung makita ng mga tao, mapapagalitan tayo, masusulat po sa social media, lahat-lahat. Buti na lang, we had to rely on the quality of the vendors who we brought in. At the same time, magaling yung hatak talaga ni Anton, yung aking partner sa social media. At ako naman, sa word of mouth naman ako, may konting hatak naman. So when you open the market, napigla ako, sabi ko, ang daming tao. The first day that we opened up first with the morning market, ang daming tao. Kahit yung US ambassador nandyan na rin para mag-cut ng ribbon And even if the place wasn't complete, there were so many people lining up.
Hindi na napansin yun.
Hindi na napansin na hindi pa tapos pala yung tent. And so that's what, I remember the first day, you know, like sinasabi rin nila na naalala ko nung time na yan, nung hindi pa ayos, naalala ko yung sinabi ni Walt Disney sa Disneyland. Pangit yung first day ng Disneyland, nung magbukas yung Disneyland, talagang hindi pa tapos yung mga rides, hindi gumagana yung ibang rides. But the second day, medyo okay na. So the same thing for us. First day wasn't so great, but marami pa rin tao and we had good vendors. The second day, it's better. And the thing that you have to remember is sometimes, I think very important sa mga entrepreneur na it's okay also to fail. I think it's very important lesson na ikaw ay isang entrepreneur. Kasi kami ay nakapagtakbo ng mga 10 markets. Pero sa 10 markets na yan, mga 4 o 5 ay hindi naging successful. But you know what? Sa mga natutunan namin ni Anton sa mga failures namin sa 4 markets na yan, that's what made our remaining markets even more successful. Diba? So that's really the journey of an entrepreneur. You know, hindi kagaya ng mga corporate na namin ng research or sasaliksik na nandyan na, may marirely ka na mga yung kente. So it's really a lot of gut work, gut feel, and really love of the business.
Those challenges that you have encountered, how did you manage na ang merkato ay ito pa rin at nagawan mo ng paraan?
I think maraming kaming kamalian. Nagbubukas kami sa mga ibang lugar. Kasi key sa amin is magbubukas sa mga lugar. May mga ibang lugar na tatansyahin mo na lang kung maganda yung bukas mo o hindi. And those are the biggest failures sometimes. You open up in one place, akala mo lahat ng mga characteristics sa checklist mo nandyan sa lugar eh. Pero, naku, wala pala, di ba? And that's where you learn. I think it's not so much that the biggest obstacle really is, it's actually not an obstacle, but it's actually always an opportunity. To learn from the failures that you have. And, syempre, as time goes on, na ma-minimize na lang yung mga failures mo. Kasi pag every time you fail, pera yan eh. Diba? But you have to be, entrepreneur yan. So, isang characteristic ng entrepreneur is risk taker talaga. So, if you don't do it, you'll never do it. Or else, you will suffer na tinatawag sa English, analysis paralysis.
That's right. Di ka na makakagalaw. Maliban sa kakaiba at masasarap na pagkain, ang Mercato Central ay mayroon ding mga activities tulad ng cooking demonstrations at live entertainment na kasama sa binabalik-balikan ng mga customers. From the startup challenges, is there any grown-up difficulty that Mercato is facing today?
No, we always face the idea, number one, of finding great locations. Number two, of finding great locations to grow the market. And number two, to continue innovating the idea of the market. And number three, how do we make sure that we are still top of mind? We are the leading, the people think of like food market, they think of Mercato.
Ikaw rin nagsabi, competition is like is a staple stage to every business. Now, how do you manage competition? The Mercato Central Group continues to be the premier night and day food market organizer behind the overall foodie experience. Ikaw rin nagsabi, competition is like is a staple stage to every business. Now, how do you manage competition?
For example, competition is always good. Competition, gaya ng Ateneo, brings out the best in each other. So para sa akin, competition is always a new locations which come up. So what's good is always to analyze the competition, to understand what they're doing, to understand how sustainable sila, and to also pick up what is good about them. What are they doing good? Why weren't we doing it good? Then I will try to do it better. I mean, that's always the point. Sometimes, they win. They say, okay, good. So that just means I have to do much better job.
Yeah. It attacks the gift of complacency.
It's always, competition is there to keep you on your toes.
That's right.
Pag hindi, then you will be arrogant. We can become arrogant. Alam ang gagaling namin.
Yeah.
I think that before we came in for the night food market, may isa pang kilalang food market. But then after that, very complacent. Kasi sabi nila, ang ganda ng location namin. But then, they didn't look into the factors of longevity.
That's right.
Diba pa sa atin,
nawala.
Then kami naman ngayon, we're there. But then, we cannot become complacent. So we have to keep evolving the business model. Because your business model can always be, let's say, for example, night food market sa Cali or night food market sa mall. Baka hindi yan laging magiging sustainable business model. But if you keep the concept the same, affordable, great tasting foods, novel food finds, the location can change, the business model can change, but people will always remember what the core business is about.
And do you think that's the competitive edge of Mercato?
Of understanding that one and of always evolving towards it, because malay mo, pwede kaming gumawa ng isang restaurant ng Mercato, pero laging iba't ibang food choices. Laging very novel yung food choices, and may mga food events.
Yeah.
And like right now, may ginawa kaming event recently, yung Bellissima. Yung Bellissima na yan ay isang food festival of artisanal gourmet and organic food finds. Bago yan ng Mercato. Dahil maganda yung event yan in mall, we were asked to do it already very, very regularly. we have a contest coming up na ginawa namin called The Next Big Food Entrepreneur together with Go Negosyo and Entrepreneur Magazine. We're always on the lookout kasi before, we have people call us up to join. Sabi namin, hindi na pwede ganyan. Dapat proactive na kami. Dapat kami maghahanap ng mga bagong vendor. Kaya gumawa kami ng contest, The Next Big Food Entrepreneur. We invite you to join the market. At pag ikaw ay naka-qualify and you win the contest, you get 6 months free rent sa market plus 100,000 pesos.
Wow. Now, what is the turning point ng Mercato Central? Na masabi mong, wow, we're into something that is big.
Ay, yung time na, well, for me, aside from the number of people that is coming, yung, when I would walk around sometimes and I would ask, kasi syempre, bigla ko, uy, pare, mag-mercato tayo. Hindi mag-overhear ka lang ng ganyan, and biglang, ano naman mercato parang hindi mo sinasabi sa ibang tao or people will tell you out of the blue, ay pare, what do you do? They ask me sometimes, I run mercato. Mercato, I eat there all the time. So para for me, that's for me sa turning point na kumbaga, nagiging parang Kodak, di ba? Colgate, di ba? Nagiging parang yung noun na yan, naging verb, naging verb na yung name na yan. That for me that was a turning point for me.
Ang Mercato Central din ay kinikilalang incubator or tahanan ng mga bago at ngayon nakikilala ng mga food enterprises gaya ng Manang's Chicken, Mochiko, Mio Gelati at Inutak at marami pang iba. Ano-ano ang future plans ng naaabangan namin na gagawin ng Mercato?
Well, of course, right now we're moving into the idea of course, bring it to more areas here in Manila. We're really finding great areas na tamang-tama yung demographic for the place. A lot of call center areas, a lot of late night offices, a lot of residential areas which are not served by night food markets. We're also looking at the provincial areas to see how we can better serve them. We're looking for a lot of in-mall projects where we can create a mercato but for inside the mall naman. We're also going to be doing a lot of lifestyle events every month that are more proactive in creating new food vendors. And hopefully, baka very soon, yung makita kayo tinatawag na brick and mortar or talagang parang mercato na restaurant.
Wow! Nice! Abangan namin yan. Pero pare, ito sa magagandang kinuwento mo tungkol sa pagkagawa nyo ng Mercato Central, ano naman ang maipapayo mo doon sa mga kababayan nating nanonood sa atin ngayon at nangangarap na umangat din ang buhay nila sa pagninegosyo?
Okay. Ako una-una, yung pagdating sa inspirasyon, you can find inspiration anywhere. Yung pinaka-importante sa ating lahat, alam natin ito, Mike, sinasabi lagi sa Go Negosyo, entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes.
Dapat yung pananaw mo sa buhay, entrepreneurial. Ibig sabihin, wherever you look, there is always an opportunity. Dapat ang bukas yung isipan mo para makita yung opportunity dyan na nasa kapaligiran mo lang, di ba? It's very easy to find it, but you have to open up your mind. And aside from that one is, flip side is that the entrepreneur hindi siya talo. There's always, kasi the entrepreneur always sees the opportunity in everything. Meaning, kasi sometimes yung mga tao na may talo mindset, kasi kung parang laging, hindi ko kaya kawawa naman ako di ba? Ay nako, paano to ayusin to? No, the entrepreneur always finds opportunity, di ba? Always finds opportunity in challenges, always finds opportunity in bad times and in good times. That's how an entrepreneur is like. And me in particular, for the things sa food entrepreneurship, which I think will be the biggest business for the next couple of years. Pag ikaw ay may konsepto, basta malakas siya, unique siya, that will grow. Kung ikaw yung just do another burger, hindi yan papatok. Pizza, pasta, and then. But do something a bit different. Change it a bit.
Yeah.
What can you change with the pizza? What can you change with the burger? What can you do differently? Yan yung actually maging para ka mag-qualify sa mercato. Pag magsabit ka ng burger, baka hindi ka kwalipikado di ba? Bigyan kami tinatawag na taste test. Everybody who joins the market, kailangan dumaan sa isang taste test. Pag hindi ka papasa dyan, you can join the market. Pero, kahit nakapasa ka na, pero yung produkto mo, meron na kaming kapareho sa isang market.
Hindi ka namin
tatagapin. Maghintay ka na lang sa isang bagong market. So what do? We're telling people, come up with a really unique product. It doesn't have to be so mind-blowing or really brand new. But what's different? Baka may putahe ka sa bahay na heritage recipe. Baka may isa tao na lumapit sa amin recently, gumawa ng meat cupcake. Mukhang cupcake, pero karne pala siya. Wow. And then yung taas na icing, mashed potato. Sabi ko, interesting to. Pwede pala to. I mean, these are things that you look at. You look at very interesting things and you keep on trying.
Right.
You keep on trying. Like I said, entrepreneur hindi yan talo. Diba? And last but not the least, the biggest thing sa entrepreneur is pray, 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 pray. I mean, every day you're facing it's not like a 9 to 5 job na pwede sabihin mo, okay, hindi ko trabaho to, mag-gym na ako, mag-happy hour na ako, mag-movie na ako. Pag-entrepreneur, ano yan? 24-hour job yan.
Yeah.
Pag it's successful, you thank God for the success. If you are under challenges, you pray that God helps you understand why these challenges are being put before you.
Yes. Very well said. Alam mo, nakakatuwa para sa mga sinabi mo. Very entrepreneurial at the same time spiritual.
Okay,
kasi naniniwala tayo, lahat naman ng ito ay blessing lang na galing sa Panginoon. O pare, thank you sa mga sinabi mo. Wow, I'm sure kayo napawaw rin sa mga narinig nyo sa ating kaibigan si RJ Ledesma. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, exciting talaga at kakaiba kasi kilala natin at kilala ko si RJ Ledesma bilang isang artista at kasama ko na Go Negosyo Advocate at ngayon ay entrepreneur na at sa mga kinuwento niya sa atin talaga namang it is not just a sharing, it is a testimony at kakaibang testimonya. Mamaya, babalikan natin ang ating kaibigan si RJ Ledesma at ito'y usapang mas up close at personal. Dito lang yan sa SME Go, powered by Go Negosyo. Pare, thank you ha. Ito,
anytime.
Nag-iba na. Nandun tayo kanina, formal. Ngayon, pare, medyo ano na to. Relax ha. Now, we want to know more about RJ Ledesma behind the camera or off stage. Now, gusto ko pa kasing i-inspire itong ating tagapakinig at mga nanonood sa atin ng kwento ng buhay mo, hindi lang bilang isang artista, kundi isang bilang regular na tao. Siyempre naman, tao tayo, di ba? How would you describe yourself?
Well, actually,
Nagbabalik ang SME Go at syempre kasama pa rin natin ang co-founder na ating kaibigan sa Go Negosyo at personal friend ko na si Mr. RJ Ledesma para tanungin natin siya ng mga personal na bagay tukol sa kanya. Pare, thank you ha. Ito,
anytime.
Nag-iba na. Nandun tayo kanina, formal. Ngayon, pare,
medyo
ano na to. Relax ha. Now, we want to know more about RJ Ledesma behind the camera or off stage. Now, gusto ko pa kasing i-inspire itong ating tagapakinig at mga nanonood sa atin ng kwento ng buhay mo, hindi lang bilang isang artista, kundi isang bilang regular na tao. Siyempre naman, tao tayo, di ba? How would you describe yourself?
Well, actually, sinasabi ko lagi pag ako napapakilala, I am a man who wears many hats.
Yes.
I wish I had just as many heads.
Yes.
Kasi maliban sa pagiging isang entrepreneur, ako rin ay isang negosyante. I run the real estate business of the family. I help out over there. Writer ako. I am actually the honorary consul of Monaco to the Philippines.
Pare,
Vice consul of Monaco to the Philippines.
Makapatulong sa'yo ng visa, pare.
Parang ganyan, di ba?
Pare,
So yung mga, I'm actually a yoga practitioner. Actually, I'm certified to be a yoga teacher at the same time. Pero pinaka-importante sa lahat, ako ay isang father and husband. So that for me, that's the most important thing para sa akin. Yung hindi alam ng mga tao para sa akin is that, I don't have much downtime. I don't really have much time to relax. Yung downtime para sa mga ibang tao, uptime ko para sa ibang trabaho. Kunyari pagdating sa mga weekend, my weekend are the only time that I can write. Kasi hindi pwede magsulat during the weekday. Kung magsusulat ako during the weekday, ma-occupy yung utak ko ng creative writing. Hindi, mahirap yan eh. So what I really do is, hinintay ko hanggang weekend para magsulat.
Parang yung pa naman ang next tanong ko sa'yo.
May ESP ako eh. May ESP ako.
Ano ang relaxation mo? Kasi mahalaga rin naman ang relaxation.
But first, I like to write. I mean, talagang...
So yun ang relaxation mo?
It's not relaxing, but it's like when you... Parang ano eh, sakit yan eh. Weekly sakit. Tinatawag ko. Bawat linggo, kailangan ko magsulat or else if I don't write, parang feeling ko, hindi ako kompleto this week eh. So I have to write, yan yung column ko para sa dyaryo. So parang the times during the weekends usually for me, host ako eh. Nag-host ako mga weddings, mga debuts. So busy talaga yung weekends. Or mga corporate events ginagawa sa weekends. So it's a lot of hosting. Pero sa downtime ko, what do I do? Well, hopefully, I like to exercise. At yung exercise ko is yoga. Kaya naging teacher ako ng yoga para hindi ko kailangan pumunta sa mga yoga classes. Ginagawa ko, ito naging yoga studio ko dito sa harap. Yan yung ginagawa ko yoga studio. At pag ako mahilig magbasa ng comics. Yan yung talagang luho ko. I really like to read a lot of comic books. Yan yung pang-relaxation ko kasi mahirap manood ng mga, let's say, sine, kasi to give 2 hours of your time para manood, takes time, or kahit mga series na sinusundan. So, talagang may extensive collection ako ng comics. Yun yung pang-relax ko. And last but not the least, usually pag ako ay nakakapag-biyahe sa ibang bansa for hosting or for business conferences, ginagawa ko na lang, dinadala ko yung buong pamilya. So that's where we get to relax. For me, because it's very important to have family time. Yung maganda lang sa pagiging isang entrepreneur is that you get to spend a lot of time with your family. Kontrolado mo yung oras.
Hindi kagaya pag ikay empleyado.
So for me, that's the most important thing, that the family is your first priority. Kasi if you know in your life, your priority is God, family, say work, alam mo kaagad na pipili ka ng trabaho, pipili ka ng oras, pipili ka ng career. Na God, family, work is what's prioritized.
Favorite comics?
Favorite comics? Nako, marami yung comics na gusto. I like, of course, Batman. Paborito ko yung DC kaysa sa Marvel.
Nakawig mo si Robin
Oo nga eh. Sabi nga ng ibang tao nga eh. Pero yung katawan ko parang si Batman eh. Yan lang eh. Sabi ni Mrs. eh. So, yan yung, actually, I still like yung mga klase mo. Superman, Batman, Green Lantern. Pero kinokolekta ko lahat hanggang Iron Man, Thor, Captain America.
Favorite destination?
Favorite destination na kasama ng pamilya nowadays. Gusto namin sana kasi medyo chikiting pa yung mga anak ko kung pati yung Singapore. Pati kasi may Universal, may Hong Kong Disneyland. Pero we like taking them to Baguio. Basta any place na pwede kompleto yung pamilya namin.
RJ is a man of many hats. He is a movie and TV personality, professional events host, writer, yoga instructor, honorary vice consul of Monaco to the Philippines, and an entrepreneur. Pero ang paborito niya sa lahat ay ang pagiging ama sa kanyang mga anak at asawa sa kanyang may bahay na si Vanessa. If you were to name one winning attitude that brought you to success, what is it and why?
Ako, for me, it's passion. It's really passion behind what you do. You really have to like what you do. Sinabi ko noon, nung ako yung magsimula magsulat, yung inspiration ko to write was really Jessica Zafra. Because yung sa kanya, una-una, ang galing niyang manunulat and kolumnista. And at the same time, yung mga essays niya nagiging libro. Sabi ko, wow, hopefully, one day, balang araw, makakasulat rin ako ng isang column, then isang libro. And it took me, maybe from that time that I had that dream, maybe it took me about 8 to 10 years, but then I started having a column. And then from there, tinanggap yung mga essays ko ng Anvil Publishing. And then now, I put out my first book. And now, I'm at my 6th book. And to do that, it was really passion. I really loved what I was doing. I really enjoyed writing. I like entertaining people.
Saan galing ang passion for writing bukod kay Zafra na inspirasyon mo?
Yung inspiration ko talaga, kasi alam mo well, first of all, my mom used to always give me a lot of books to read when I was a little boy. Comics or books. So, dahil pinapabasa sa akin. Pero nung ako'y kabataan pa, kami may video shop kami. Marami yung pinapanood ng mga videos ng mga comedy sa States, mga sitcom, mga Cosby Show, mga Family Ties, lahat yung pinapanood ko. And dami yung na-entertain. And then, mahilig rin ako magdebate. Nakapagdebate na ako sa mga international debates sa Australia, sa US, sa Ireland. And I was inspired by, how they're funny. Paano yung humor nila. Sabi ko, sana ma-replicate kung gawa ng unique brand of humor ko na medyo patterned after that but with my own unique style. And so that's what inspired me to write na I wanted to have a unique voice writing. And eventually, sulat ako, it's become unique that people know when they read it. Si RJ nagsusulat.
RJ, tatak RJ to.
Yung maganda dyan, parang sinasabing tao sa akin. And the one compliment I get is that, RJ, parang pag binabasa ko yung sinusulat ko, parang narinig ko yung boses mo eh. So that for me, that is
parang totoo ako, pareho tayo na sinasabi, ganun din. Sabi sa akin, alam mo, pag binabasa ko libro mo, parang ikaw yun. Isa ko, alam nga naman nanay ko, ako.
Tama kayo. O, yaya ko, di ba? Pwede. Di ako yan eh, di ba?
What is the closest advocacy na meron ka sa buhay mo?
Okay. The closest advocacy right now, parang corporate social responsibility para sa amin is, sa negosyo namin, we're already helping out yung mga small-scale micro-entrepreneurs para mag-succeed.
What is the closest advocacy na meron ka sa buhay mo?
Okay. The closest advocacy right now, parang corporate social responsibility para sa amin is, Sa negosyo namin, we're already helping out yung mga small-scale micro-entrepreneurs para mag-succeed. We teach them free. We teach them entrepreneurship for free. We give them space for free in our place. So we're able to teach them. The other one also that's very important to me, personally, as an advocacy, is tithing. I don't know if but tithing for us is very important. Good times, bad times, may tinatimes ako because, you know, God always promises. He guarantees, He promises, basta you give, it will come back to you. Amen. And it's come back to you whether it doesn't have to be financial. It can be emotional. It can be physical, and I really believe that. But, at the same time, many people don't know, but and I don't really like sharing, but I'm very active in our church. Nakilala ko yung asawa ko sa single young adults retreat namin sa simbahan namin sa San Antonio. I'm very active sa Couples for Christ in my family. Ako ay isang lay minister.
Okay, where?
So, dito sa San Antonio Church. So, I'm very active in this one because for me, I feel that my faith has given me so much.
Okay.
It, you know, it's so humbling to be able to serve.
Yeah.
Because you want to serve, you want to serve. You want to find ways to serve.
Tama. Pare, total ang negosyo mo ay sa pagkain. Ano ang paborito mong pagkain?
Ito yung interesting, Mike. For the past 10 years, vegetarian ako.
Ako pare, Noranian. Tawa.
So,
vegetarian.
So, ibig sabihin, that is a tribe of marketing. Kasi it's about affordable and variety of food finds. Pero I used to go to the market. Wala akong makain sa market ko. Karamihan dyan kasi walang vegetarian sa market na yan. And si Anton kasi yung kumakain at siya yun parang
check.
Ako naman, but recently I had to change my diet because of I took a test called the Life Science Test, Food Intolerance Test. And they said you have to switch your diet or else your uric acid will increase and these different things. So hanggang fish na ako ngayon for seafood. So what I really enjoy a lot of right now is eating a lot of salmon. Yan yung paborito ko. And gulay pa rin. I'm still a big fan of just vegetables and fish.
What is your life mantra?
Me, my life mantra is, well, there are two right now. The first one is really what I learned in school. Ako po ay isang Lasalista, 16 years in Lasal, and there's a prayer that they teach us all in Lasal, and the prayer goes like this one: I will continue, oh my God, to do all my actions for the love of you. And for me, that's always what I remember in whatever I do. And whatever I do is something to show that I love and sanctify God.
Right.
And the second one is also related to that one. And it's what I've learned very recently. I've had a big family tragedy recently. And there's always a prayer that I read every day for my morning prayer. And sabi dyan, oh Lord, what do you send me today? Bad news, failure, things that I do not expect in my life. You know, Lord, I accept your unfathomable designs in my life because I accept it for my sanctification. So, Lord, my prayer to you is, Thy will be done.
Napakaganda. Napakaganda, pare. Nag-aaral ka sa Lasal, pare. Nagturo naman ako sa Lasal.
Kita ko sa kagwapuhan mo. Nandiyan naman eh.
Yan ang gusto ko sa'yo, kaya magkaibigan tayo. Pero RJ, thank you very much. Alam mo, napakaganda nitong interview ito because this is not just full of business tips. It's so full more of spirituality and inspiration. And it's so nice to know na magugulat tayo na kung sino rin yung mga magagaling at matatagumpay na mga negosyante ay malalalim ang kanilang pananampalataya.
Yan yung napansin ko talaga sa mga ibang mga negosyante. The more prayerful you are, the more you hard. Kasi, dear God, anong gagawin ko?
That's right.
Sometimes you really have no, God doesn't give you any choice but to look up to Him.
That's right. Pare, thank you so much. Maraming salamat, RJ Ledesma. Thank you very much. Magbabalik ang SME Go. The food industry is a promising path to take on, especially in the Philippines. Alam nyo naman tayong mga Pilipino, mahilig tayo sa pagkain. At ang food trip ay isang napakagandang bonding. Mapapamilya, mapabarkada o couples man yan. Yun nga lang, kailangan lang natin bigyan ng kakaibang atake, gaya ng ginawa ni RJ Ledesma sa Mercato Central. Go Negosyantes, maraming salamat po sa pagsama nyo sa amin ngayong araw na ito. Sana'y nakapulot kayo ng inspirasyon at practical business tips na makakatulong sa paglago ng inyong pagnenegosyo. See you again next week. Ako po si Michelangelo at ito ang SME Go, powered by Go Negosyo.
Let's go Pinoy, tara magnegosyo na. Let's go Pinoy. Kung sa business kayo ay may success, kung ang ideya nyo'y truly the best, kung sa lahat ng bagay, Pilipinas